morning and welcome to Cover 2 Cook. We are on episode 119. We are 30 days away from NFL football and we are 18 days away from college football. So we got to give you the updates in the NFL and college football. And then we're going to go through the AFC North, a great division. Who's going to win these games? Who wins the division? Are we over, under on their wins? So let's get it started.
Yeah. I was going to do a vertical jump there. Thank you, Sox.
Travel been to Indiana, and did Cover 2 Cook get you a good hotel?
Indiana? No, I'm in Louisiana. I'm here for Mardi Gras.
I know that this might be hard, but I don't know how much you remember Friday night since we left you damn near when you fell asleep.
I got my belly full, man. I was like, I warm covers and warm. I was like, I could go to sleep right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jack Dorsey.
Final answer?
Yes. All right.
This is going to be a long fucking day.
All right. Thank you so much for joining episode 119. We got NFL updates. Like I said, it's only 30 days away. We did have a little preseason game, and I'm going to give that over to Mr. Tim Cook. What did you think about that preseason game?
Ooh, if you bet the over, you won almost by the first half.
Yeah.
5 turnovers for Detroit. Not good. Not good. I mean, it was. He even said that their coach said, we can't have that. That's hot garbage. We cannot have 5 turnovers. Now, don't get me wrong. Nobody played. None of Jared Goff didn't play. Amon St. Brown didn't play. More than likely, they wouldn't have had that. You know, both teams didn't play hardly a whole lot of people. But 5 turnovers is a lot. And when you give teams that short of field, I mean, I was watching. It was 14-0. I'm like, holy crap! That they made Kyle Allen look like Roger Staubach back there.
Yeah.
People, if you don't know, that's an old quarterback for the Cowboys. But I mean, he looked like he was dealing. I mean, he was, not Kyle Allen, Trey Lance. I'm sorry, Kyle Allen was the one who was throwing the picks for San Diego, Los Angeles. So one thing I did notice that they did trial out is the virtual first down. I like that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be good for the fan that is going to watch. And I did like the interview with Sterling Sharp, one of the Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
His brother right now is not too good right now, but he is just a straight guy. And he worked with Mike Tirico and all them guys that did the game. Collinsworth, the gal on the sideline. He's just a true professional. There is no doubt in my mind. Just the way he talks, it's just he's got it buttoned up.
Yeah, and Sterling Sharp is one of these I'm glad he got the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. I mean, people don't remember, he's just a forgotten athlete of a triple crown, right? He had the receiving, the touchdowns. Yep. He is a great athlete. Obviously, when it happens, your brother is even Shannon Sharp. The personality, it does kind of obviously put a shadow on you, even no matter how good you are. But I definitely agree. I thought Trey Lance looked good. I mean, against second and third string Lions, but I think Trey Lance looked good. I always wonder what it would have been like in San Francisco if you actually got a fair shake. I don't think he ever really did get a fair shake, but then you go elsewhere and he just never put it all together. He's a great backup. He's, good Division III legend coming out of there. But, yes, I think the review was cool. It's going to be great until the first time that we have to wait, and we wait, and we wait, and then that's when things are going to get crazy, because then that's when people are like, well, they could have ran out on the field and measured it by then. Right. As long as it's quick, it's great. But if it ain't quick, it ain't going to last.
Well, and Tirico said down the chain gang still stays there. Yeah. This is not doing away with the chain gang. They didn't lose their jobs, but we're just trialing this out. One thing also with Sterling Sharp, one more thing I'll say about it is that he is one of a handful of players that only played less than, I think, 7 seasons and made the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That just shows right there, because he had the neck injuries, is why his career was cut short. If he would have played 10 to 15 years, he would have had a lot of receiving and reception and touchdown records. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jerry Rice would have smashed all of them, that's what he did. But he was on a pace where he could have had maybe a lot of the Green Bay records.
Yeah.
Not maybe the NFL, but the Green Bay records. I couldn't believe that he's one of a handful of people that have played less than 7 years and got into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. And I think it's not about how long, but how good during your length
Right.
of time. Longevity is obviously in the Hall of Fame perspective, but when you kind of come in and it's injury related, I don't feel like that should be punished against you. But we got NFL news happening right now. Micah Parsons and Terry McLaurin requested a trade from their respective teams late, like last week. Obviously, this Micah Parsons thing, it's coming.
Oh,
When
boy.
Jerry Jones is doing what he's doing, I can see why it's happening. Terry McLaurin does catch me off guard about asking for a trade when they went out and got Debo. Maybe he's feeling a little left out. I think it could be a little bit of like I'll leave. And then they pay him, and then we kind of forget that this even came around. This Micah Parsons thing, it does feel like a little bit more than that, because when CeeDee Lamb puts "Shake My Damn Head" as an Instagram story, you start to get a little bit of vibes of maybe this might happen. What did you think when you heard about these two?
Yeah, the Parsons one, Jerry's dug his heels in this one. He's not trading him. He's not going to trade him. I don't care what the noise is. He has already said he will not trade him. He's going to pay him. It's just, Jerry, he wants to put the circus still. He wants to keep it going. You know, and I agree with the McLaurin one, because like I said, you just got Debo, man. You've got a great team there, and now all of a sudden you don't want to, you want to move on. It's like, come on, that just boggles my mind that he wants to be traded. He had a hell of a season. I had for fantasy last year, and he got me, a lot of points. So,
yeah, I don't know if it's more of like the not knowing what's coming with Debo. Like, he's in practice.
Yep.
They see that stuff. I think the other side of it too is, well, you guys had this great year last year, and we did all this great. Don't you want me to stay a part of it? Pay me then. I would be very surprised if Terry McLaurin gets traded. I would be. That one would catch me off guard. Michael Parsons does not. And here's why. I get why you say Jerry Jones, but when you pay these big defensive players, you lose out on what you could possibly have in the offense. Obviously, we see it. Myles Garrett, TJ, these DBs are getting this money. But when you do that, that hurts when you want to pay your quarterback as much money as you've paid Dak Prescott. That hurts when you want to try to pay a wide receiver like you paid CeeDee Lamb. You knew that this was coming down the road. I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Jones just threw one more little trick, a sleight of the hand trick, and throws Michael Parsons to a different team. But who knows?
Anthony, I think also too, a team was going to have to give up possibly multiple first-round picks to get him, and it can't be a team that's a contender, like let's say Baltimore, because that pick's ain't going to be worth shit if it's a 20 to 25. Number 20 or 25. It's got to be a team it's got a lot of, maybe like the Bears. The Bears?
Oh, no. 1 second. No. If you talk to Bears fans, they're going to win the goddamn Super Bowl. So that's an awful trade. That's an awful trade.
I don't know.
And this guy don't know ball, but Bears fans obviously fucking know it, even though they haven't had I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go in on you, Bears fans, but shut your mouth and get behind those keyboards a little bit more. But go on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think you're going to have to give up a lot of capital for this guy to get him.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think Dallas will do it, because they're going to want, like, say, good draft picks, like top 10, 8, 9, because they're going to have to replace them.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I would be surprised at both, but I guess Jerry Jones just always kind of keeps me on my toes. In other news, talking about circuses, the Browns have signed their 5th quarterback, Tyler Huntley, to the team. If you don't know, Joe Flacco's on this team. Kenny Pickett's on this team. They drafted 2 people, Dylan Gabriel and Shadur Sanders. All of them are injured. So now they have to go get Tyler Huntley just to have some type of offense going. Now, I laugh because everyone's talking about their 5th. This is actually technically their 6th quarterback, because, oh wait, they have Deshaun Watson that's just injured. They have 6 damn quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, this is high school. This is a high school mess. This is like the cool kid that wants to play quarterback, that's Shadur Sanders. Then you got the kid that might actually have some potential, Dylan Gabriel. You got the senior that's just been carrying the balls, water boy all throughout it, Joe Flacco. And Kenny Pickett is the kid that has been in bubble wrap all. That is the Cleveland Browns. It's the little Giants all over again. What did you think when you heard about this?
6 of them. What are you going to do with it? And I did hear Shedeur is going to start the first preseason game on this weekend. So we're going to talk about the AFC North, and you're going to be surprised. You may not be surprised what their record's what I predict Cleveland's record is going to be.
Yeah, if it's more than one win,
it's
good. Crazy. Yeah,
it's not going to be good.
Yeah, you just don't have a good situation going on when you have, and it's the generations. And what I mean by that is you got Joe Flacco that's left his mark, which he is the number one. They did say his number one right now is Joe Flacco. I would love to have seen what Kenny Pickett would have got if he would have not gotten a hamstring injury. But Kenny Pickett at 2, Gabriel at 3, Sanders at 4. Honestly, I think Sanders starting is a little bit of a publicity stunt, right? Yeah. To get people to watch, but also
preseason, right?
Preseason. Yeah, he ain't starting week 1. I think he's fighting for a position on the team. Yeah. Like when you think about going into the season, you have 3, maybe 4 quarterbacks on and one of them's practice squad, right? One could get pulled up. That's what Shedeur's on right now on pace. He's 4th. He is not even going to dress unless it's a publicity stunt. But yeah, we'll have to see now that they got Tyler Huntley there. Maybe he earns a starting position.
Well, and here's the deal, Anthony. I think it's a hot mess between the owner and the coach and the GM.
Yep.
The coach and the GM want one thing, and the owner wants another.
Yeah.
And that's why they'll never win. Ever win.
Well, that actually takes me to the question of the day. Would you rather have the Browns or the Giants quarterback room? Now, in case you don't know, the Giants got kind of a hot mess in their situation, too. They got the one and only, the most faithful Jameis Winston. And then they got Mr. Dangerous with Russell Wilson. They got Jackson Dart. And then they have someone else. Degucci or Duducci or the Italian.
Danucci.
Yeah, the Italian Stallion. They got 4 quarterbacks in their room too. If you had to pick which one would you take?
I would take the Giants.
Yeah,
without a question of a doubt. They are better run organization.
Oh,
you got the bar. The bar is set so low for a good running organization. Cleveland has set it so low you could skip over it.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is compared to the Giants. The Giants ain't much better, but I think I would trust myself in Russell Wilson. He's a proven winner. I mean, Flacco is a proven, but he's old, man. He's old.
So is Russ.
They're none of them are on the same page.
Yeah.
Like we just talked about. The Giants, hands down. And Jackson Dart, I think, could be a better quarterback than maybe Shedeur and Gabriel.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jackson Dart has the potential to be better. I'd take Jameis over any quarterback at the Browns. And then I think Russ, last year, just the way that year ended, gave him a bad stain to his name. But they can all change. He's got Malik Neighbors. He's got so when I heard this question, I was like, anyone that says the Browns is absolutely crazy. You got to take the Giants here. But Mr. Dangerous, you just don't know if he's Giants Nation. Giants Nation. Let's ride. No, it don't work, bud. All right. Well, that makes us move on to the NCAA, as we love college football as well. It's 18 days away. The only news that we pretty much got really recently is the preseason coaches poll came out, and number 1 is Texas. Okay. Number 2 at Ohio State. Number 3, Penn State. Number 4, Georgia. Number 5, the best college in college football, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Number 6, Clemson. Number 7, Oregon. Number 8, Alabama. Number 9, LSU. And number 10 is the U. Now, these are preseason. This doesn't mean what the year's going to go like. This doesn't even mean that this is what the college football people think. This is just based on coaches. I did want to put one little laughter in here. The top 6 teams all had first place votes except for one team. Could you name the one team that did not get first place votes?
Notre Dame.
Oh, you fucking haters. So yes, that was a big F-bomb there, but I don't care. What did you get from these preseason coaching polls?
The matchups week 1, Labor Day weekend. Holy crap. You got Texas, Ohio State. I mean, you've got some big time matchups. I think Clemson plays LSU. That's 6-9. That's another big matchup. Notre Dame's got to go down to the U and play. I mean, I think there's some big matchups come week 1. I mean, I was even looking at week 0, which was the week before. Yeah. I mean, there ain't a whole lot, but there's still some decent games that are going to be played. There's going to be 5 games on that week. It's like, wow. I mean, but I think the matchups for the first week is going to be must-see TV to watch.
Yeah, I laugh because we've been talking about not coming home for Labor Day. Due to the dog, dog's getting old. Right. Secondly, it might be because I need to keep my ass home to watch the college football on multiple screens. No, it is. I mean, you got Texas, Ohio State week 1. That's a legendary game. That you hope. I mean, I think Ohio State, the one thing about Ohio State, whether you hate them or love them, they reload, they never rebuild. They just keep coming. Now, can Texas do that? It seems like they have all the players. They got the Jesus. Winning. Can they be that team? I mean, and let's not also hold back a little bit too. Notre Dame, y'all going to Miami first week. That is hot. You're going to go and play Texas A&M not too far after it. You better wake up early because a lot of these right off the bat
could be 0-2.
Yeah, I mean,
week 3 or 4. Yeah.
And honestly, like Clemson playing LSU, I believe it's in Clemson. That does help them. If it's at LSU, a lot of these top 10 teams, we're going to see how good you are right off the bat.
Well, I think that might be in the Superdome, which would be a home game for LSU.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, it is not obviously a home, but it's...
No, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, close enough. When you can walk there, it feels like it's, but no, I mean, and you're going to see Alabama. Can they bounce back? Oregon, can they have the year that they're going to have? I just think this the preseason poll, the only team that I just don't believe in right off the bat, and I'm going to say it, is Penn State. Because Franklin can't coach worth the shit, so it doesn't even matter if they get even to a closer game. I hate you, Penn State. I hate you. You ain't going to win it.
And the one I think they might be outside the top 10, Illinois. You got Luke Altmaier back, but who's he going to throw to? And that's the problem. He has nobody to throw to. I think they have 16 starters back for this year's team. I think that's why they got in the top 20. I think they're maybe in the top 15. But
they're number 12.
Both the receivers went on to the NFL.
Yeah.
So who's he going to throw to? I mean, he's a decent quarterback, but he ain't got. Who's he throwing to?
Yeah, they're number 12. So 12? Yeah, and the one thing I did see is what helped them in their ranking, which is I don't understand how this happens, but they had a good recruiting class coming in, so that helps. I mean, there have to be standouts, right? The Ryan Williams is things like that to be that, but yeah, we'll see. Illinois, you got to root for you live in. I guess now I got to root for Badgers now that I live in Wisconsin, but
yeah.
Fuck Wisconsin. All right, to the AFC North. We have 4 teams, obviously, just like every other conference. And the first team we're going to talk about in the AFC North is the Ravens at 11.5 for wins. First game, Ravens versus Bills. Who you got winning that game?
At Buffalo, I got the Ravens losing this one.
I have the Ravens winning at home this one. What about the Ravens versus Browns?
I'll win.
Yep, I have the Ravens winning at home as well. What about the Ravens versus Lions?
I got them beating the Lions, 2-1.
Yep, I have the Ravens winning as well. What about the Chiefs versus the Ravens?
I got the Ravens beating the Chiefs.
I have the Chiefs winning this game. It's one of those, wasn't there like a toe that changed that game last year with them too? Yeah.
Right.
What about the Ravens versus Texans?
I got Ravens winning.
I have the Ravens winning at home as well. What about the Ravens versus Rams?
5 in a row for the Ravens. They're 5-1.
I have the Ravens winning as well. What about the Ravens versus the best team in the NFL, the Chicago Bears, supposedly?
Oh, another win for Baltimore.
Yeah, yep. Baltimore wins this one by 95. The Ravens versus the Dolphins. Who you got winning that game?
I got them going down to Miami and beating them.
I have this as a surprise game. I don't know. Tyreek Hill goes off. Dolphins win this one. Find a way. The Ravens versus Vikings in Minnesota.
Oh, Baltimore wins again.
Now
they're on a roll.
Yep, this is where Justin Jefferson comes out and scores, 5 or 6 touchdowns. The Vikings win this one at home. Ravens versus Browns at home.
Win for Baltimore.
Yeah. Ravens win by a lot. Jets versus Ravens at Ravens. What do you got winning that one?
I got Baltimore winning again.
I got the Baltimore winning that one. Bengals versus Ravens in Baltimore. Who you got winning that one?
I got Baltimore winning again.
I got, the Ravens winning as well. Steelers versus Ravens in Ravens. Who you got winning that one?
I got Baltimore losing this one.
Ooh, old man Rodgers guns in that one, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I got the Ravens at home. Not going to beat them. In December, not going to beat them. Ravens versus Bengals in Cincy. Who you got winning that one?
Baltimore losing.
Yep, I agree with that one. I have Cincy winning at home. What about Ravens versus Patriots?
Baltimore gets off the Stein, I'll win.
Yeah, I got the Ravens winning at home there. What about Green Bay versus Ravens December 27th?
It's going to be cold in Green Bay. I got Baltimore losing this one at Green Bay.
I got Green Bay winning as well. Let's not also forget Baltimore does get cold, so it's not like they're not going to know what cold is.
Right.
But
it's a different
Wisconsin
kind of
cold is different. Yep. What about the Ravens versus Steelers?
Baltimore struggles at Pittsburgh every sinking time. I got Baltimore losing this one.
Yep, I have the Steelers winning at home as well. So what was the record for the Ravens you had?
I have 12-5.
Ooh, I have them at 11-6 with 11.5. You're right there. I mean, it could go one way or another. I think the biggest question for the Ravens this year is, can Derrick Henry have another year that he had like last year? He's getting older. I mean, I'm the same age as him, and I wake up some mornings and I'm like, I don't know if I could do it. That man, I think also too, can the offense keep doing what they need to do? At the end of the year last year, they struggled, it felt like, on that offensive side.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the Ravens? You know,
I think they're going to be just fine. All it is, get us to the postseason. You got to get over the hump.
Yeah,
you've got to get over Lamar Jackson. All these MVPs, you can win as many as you like. You don't get to a Super Bowl, it really doesn't matter. Yeah. So I think they cruise in this division.
Really, and honestly, I would say the opposite for me personally. I think this division gets better this year. I think Steelers are better this year. I think Bengals are not going to. They're still going to struggle in the beginning of the year, but then they'll be better. I just think when you look at it, like, this division's going to get better, and Baltimore has to get better some way than they did last year. This one might be a tough year for them. I still think they make it to the playoffs, like, easily.
Right.
So, all right, well, that takes us to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals are at 9.5. Their first game is taking on the Browns at Browns. Who you got winning that one?
I got Cincy winning.
Yep, I got Bengals winning at Cleveland. What about the Bengals versus Jaguars?
I got Cincinnati winning again.
Ooh, I got Cincinnati winning as well. Now, hey, that's 2 in a row for them starting the year off. I don't know about that.
I was really hesitant on it, but don't worry, it comes back.
Yeah. What about at Minnesota? We know how that one's going to end.
Yeah, they lose. Back to reality.
I have the Vikings winning that game, and then, then they go to Mile High. Who you got winning that game?
They lose again.
Yep. I got Denver winning at home there as well. What about them taking on the Lions at home, though?
I got Cincinnati winning that one.
Yep, me too. I have Cincinnati winning at home. What about at Green Bay?
Loss in Green Bay.
I have Green Bay winning at home. What about them taking the Steelers on at home?
On Thursday night, I got Cincinnati winning.
Yep, I agree as well. What about Cincy playing against the Jets at home?
Cincinnati wins again.
Yep, I have the Bengals winning as well. What about the Bengals versus the Chicago Bears?
Oh, another win for Cincinnati.
Yep. The Bears, another loss. What about the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Steelers?
At Pittsburgh, I see Cincinnati losing.
Oh, I mean, same as me. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers winning at home. What about the Patriots versus Bengals?
I got Cincinnati winning that one.
I have Cincinnati winning as well. What about the Ravens versus Cincy?
Going to Baltimore, loss for Cincinnati.
Same here as well. What about the Cincinnati versus Bills in Buffalo?
In Buffalo, another loss for Cincinnati.
Yep, I had them losing. I have Buffalo winning at home. What about the Cincy versus Ravens at home?
I got Baltimore comes in there and gives them their third straight loss. Loss for Cincinnati.
Ooh, see, I just think the Bengals turn it on at the end of the year, so I'm taking the Bengals winning against the Ravens on that one. What about the Dolphins versus Bengals?
And they win. They're playing them in December. That'll be nice, cool weather for them. Win for Cincinnati.
It's one of those games. Maybe it's the Dolphins just talking, but Tyreek Hill and two of them take off. I have them beating the Bengals. And then Bengals versus Cardinals at home. Who do you got winning that game?
I got Cincinnati winning.
And then final game of the year, I have the Bengals winning as well. Final game of the year, Bengals versus Browns. Who you got winning that game?
3 games in a row, Cincinnati wins.
And what was their? I have Cincinnati winning as well. What do you have for their record?
10-7.
Ooh, same here, brother. 10-7, 9.5 being the line. You know, these are dingleberry areas. You know what I mean? You could go one way or the other on this one. I do think the Bengals could be better. But you know what we both said together that I just can't go to bed peacefully thinking about? Is the Bengals starting out 2-0. That ain't going to happen.
I know.
So I may switch mine back and say Cleveland takes that first game.
Really?
The Bengals suck in the beginning of the year. They lost to the Patriots
I know.
to start that year off last year. So
well, I think maybe it's a different year. I don't know, but a lot depends on their defense.
Yeah.
What we were going to try to do outscore everybody 45-40. So it's kind of imperative to get Trey Hendrickson in camp, boys.
Well, he is, but he's a third stringer. Yeah. Did you see how they listed him as a third stringer? Yeah, what a
tool bag for oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's got a little bit of a nut tap right there. Hey,
yep.
That takes us to the Pittsburgh Steelers at 8.5. First game starting off with the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to the New York Jets. Who you got winning that game?
Oh, that crowd is going to be all over Rodgers. I see Pittsburgh losing.
I have Pittsburgh winning in New York. What about Pittsburgh going at home versus Seahawks?
I got Pittsburgh getting off the schneid.
Yep, I have the Steelers winning at home. What about Steelers versus Patriots?
This is at New England. I got loss for New England. Or for Pittsburgh. Sorry. For Pittsburgh.
Ooh, I have the Steelers winning this, starting out 3-0. And then the Steelers taking on Minnesota at home. Who do you got winning that game?
Oh, you probably have them losing, right?
Yeah, obviously.
I got them losing too.
Yep. I mean, the Vikings win this game. They make Aaron Rodgers remember why he left the NFC North. The Steelers versus Browns. Who you got winning that game?
I got them winning. Pittsburgh winning.
I have Steelers beating the Browns. What about Bengals versus Steelers in Cincy?
In Cincy, loss for Pittsburgh.
Yep, I have the Bengals winning that game. What about Packers versus Steelers?
Another loss. A loss for Pittsburgh.
I agree with that. I wish that game was in Green Bay, though. I so bad wish that game was in Green Bay. What about the Colts versus Steelers?
A win for Pittsburgh.
Yep, I have the Pittsburgh winning. What about Steelers versus Chargers?
They go out to L.A. and beat the Chargers.
Ooh, I have the Chargers winning this one at home. What about the Bengals versus Steelers in Pittsburgh?
3 in a row for Pittsburgh. Win for Pittsburgh.
And then what about, I have Pittsburgh winning as well. What about Pittsburgh versus Chicago Bears?
At Chicago. Win or loss. I'm sorry. Loss for Pittsburgh.
What? Aaron Rodgers is Chicago's daddy. So Steelers win this game. What about Bills versus Steelers?
Loss for Pittsburgh.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I have the Bills winning that one as well. I was like, oh. What about the Ravens versus Steelers?
I got win. Win at Baltimore. Pittsburgh wins at Baltimore.
I have the Ravens winning at home. What about the what about the Steelers versus Dolphins?
I got another win for Pittsburgh, 2 in a row.
Yep, I have the Steelers winning at home as well. What about the Lions versus Steelers?
Loss at Detroit.
Yep, I have the Lions winning as well. What about the Steelers versus Browns in Cleveland?
Win for Pittsburgh.
Yep, I have the Steelers winning as well. And then final game of the year, Steelers versus Ravens. Who do you got winning that one?
I got them winning the last game of the year.
I have the Steelers winning as well. So what record did you end up for them?
9-8 for Mr. Rodgers.
Yeah, I have them at 10-7. And I think that last game of the year might matter a lot depending on who wins the division, who could be winning or getting in wild card. It all depends on that's what I'm saying. I think Ravens, they have to take a step forward because this division, I think, is getting better.
Right. Well, and if you look at the schedule, they're just inconsistent. They'll win a couple, and they're probably going to lose a couple. Then they'll win a couple, and then they'll lose a couple. I think Aaron Rodgers is so inconsistent. I think he's got a better team around him than he did in New York. But I just don't think they're just. And this could be the last year for Mr. Tomlin in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think
They don't make the playoffs. I think definitely there could be not a firing, but part ways, kind of mutual part ways.
I don't know, man. They got such loyalty there in Pittsburgh.
I
It's
know,
crazy. But I will say this. I think if they start off strong, it probably saves a lot of people's jobs. If they start out slow,
Yep.
it's just like New York, whether, yes, New York is the media capital, but Aaron Rodgers leads media to conversation, and it can lead to a snowball effect. Well, that takes us to speaking of snowballs, to the Cleveland Browns at 4.5 wins. I do believe it is the lowest out of all teams at 4.5. Yeah, I think the Raiders were higher than that.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, at 4.5, that starts us off right off the bat.
Anthony, you could tell your record right now. I'm just going to tell you right now how many wins, what games they win.
Okay, how many wins first?
1, Tennessee Titans. I got them going 1-16. They're a hot mess, a garbage team with 6 quarterbacks. They don't know who they want to play. 1-16.
I have them winning 1 game as well, and I probably should make it 2, but I have winning 1, and it's against the Dolphins. I think they beat the Dolphins at home. That's one of those games where at home you get it. I should have probably taken them. They're going to beat the Chicago Bears because fuck the Chicago Bears.
Right.
But yes, they're bad, and honestly, this schedule does not help them.
No.
A lot of the games that they're playing, they are playing at home, like Green Bay at home, Detroit, not great. You got to play in Detroit, but playing at home against the Vikings, okay, you got a chance. Yeah. I think this defense is going to have to win them some games, but like the games that they could steal, like the Jets, the Patriots, those are all away. And
Raiders, they might be able to steal one from the Raiders.
But it's in Las Vegas.
Right.
That's the type of game that you just wish you're at home to get a couple wins. Yep. So, and then, I mean, the games you do have at home, your 49ers, you're gonna get your brakes beat off you right there.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
And they're playing the AFC North this year, so that's tough. I mean, every team in there is a playoff caliber teams. So I mean, they do have a hard schedule, and they're playing in the AFC North, which all 3 of them teams could make playoffs.
Yeah.
Not them guys, but I'm saying all the other 3 teams.
Yeah.
So,
no, I
definitely got a hard schedule.
We did talk about a couple teams that possibly might go defeated. I think this is a team that possibly could. I just think when you have a defense, when you have Myles Garrett on the edge, it just makes me feel like he's just going to make a game happen one or the other. So I'd give him 1 win, maybe 2 at the most, but this is not a team I would look at fantasy-wise for sure.
Most definitely.
All right, well, that is episode 119. As we talked about some NFL updates, we also talked about the NCAA, and we went through the AFC North, where you have the Ravens at number 1, correct?
Yes, correct.
And I have the Ravens at number 1, but a tough conference. We'll have to see how it all shakes out. If you like what Cover 2 Cook does, then please, you can get more of it on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you like what we do as well, like, share, give it out our name as well. But we will be back on Friday when we are doing the AFC South. Yes, AFC South.
Yes.
Our last conference of that, and then we get to start talking about week 1s, week 0s, things like that. Maybe get into who wins the MVP, who wins the Super Bowl next year. So tune in to Cover 2 Cook as we'll be back on Friday. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you then. Bye.